welcome back, and we have our returning guest, Mariana, today.
Hello Muriel, as always. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to, as manager, help others learn about management and managing.
I'm so happy that you
Because
think that way.
it has become very important, and it's important for viewers to have a moment in the day that they just, even if you do not want to be a manager, there's things that you just are going to be very useful in life.
Right. And you might actually start to see around you.
Exactly.
Today, I believe we're going to be talking about intercommunications and
Interpersonal and communication skills. And you're going to see why, and I'm pretty sure most of you already understand why communication skills are so important. Because when it comes to managing, or many things in life, most of things in life, communication skills definitely change the outcome of things. And it all depends on how well you communicate and how well the outcome can be, because a bad communication can deliver the wrong message, or can have a negative outcome.
Right. I do know this much. There is two kinds of communication, and that is speaking and writing.
Exactly.
Is there a certain one that you think is more effective than the other?
Well, Muriel, when it comes to management, I was taught that writing is it's a way of communication that is stated. You have something in paper, and it's
not word of mouth.
Exactly. It's something that it's something that you have constancy of. It's something that you can prove. It's something that you can save. Clearly, nowadays we record, we film, so voice could also be as powerful as writing.
Yeah.
But as manager, I do suggest that there is always good to have the writing copy, and writing gives us the time to think, to analyze, to put our thoughts into words, and to just look it over. Sometimes when we talk, we are having a conversation and it's all going in that instance. So I'm talking right now, but I cannot analyze what I'm going to say, and it's just coming all right at once. When I write, I can go back, look, and make corrections or take my time. But when you're having a conversation, it's immediately. However, I'm not saying oral communication is not good, because in some cases, something very positive of it is that when we're having a conversation, you can respond immediately.
And it seems more personal, so it's like, that you have the respect to approach me and talk to me about these things.
Well,
but it's the perception of who you're talking to.
Because respect is going to another topic, and writing is something very professional. But let's not go into that. But for example, when you're talking to somebody, the good is that I can see your face, and I can see the reaction you're having to what I'm saying.
Right.
So I can see if I'm saying something that bothers you or something, and respond to that immediately. When I'm writing, sometimes I don't know if that arrived, so there's many pros and cons in both types of communication. But it is important to not forget that writing we're forgetting nowadays sometimes that writing it is an important way of communicating. It is formal, and it is something that you can save and have with you, and definitely having time to think what you're saying to somebody is very important. But oral communication is as important as well.
Yeah, so I believe they're both equally important.
Exactly. It all depends on what you are communicating, depending on how serious it is, how personal it has to be. All those factors lead you into making the choice of how you should communicate. And sometimes you can communicate in both ways. Communicate orally and always have a written response or statement to what's going on.
I agree. Because I was confused earlier when you say writing is really important. Like, there was this game I used to play when I was younger. It was called Telephone. Within business, you have these written statements, but I know the manager has the system of people that go through and correct and make sure everything is, specialized and completed correctly. But with telephone, it's kind of the same thing, but you whisper something to somebody in a circle, and they repeat the phrase through each person, and it gets back to the person who originated the sentence.
Yes, definitely. I remember the game.
Yeah, and it can mess you up, or it can come out correctly. So it always, it made me wonder, how do they make sure it's correct and it doesn't get messed up along the way?
Okay, well, that's something that it's something that you have to have. A manager has to know that there's going to be, in managing it can be with employees and everything, it's going to be, we call it teléfono roto. And it's just going to be people are going to talk and sometimes employees, and that's when trust comes and everything, because employees must start saying whispering things, and then it might be that the manager hears something that is true, or it might be definitely off. So there's when a manager has to be on top of its game and know how to search for this information and how to play or understand these communication skills, because it can be something that is not true, or it can be something that is true. So it's something you have to be careful about.
That's very true. Well, it seems like we've run out of time, but I'd like to thank you for joining us again today.
Thank you, and this was and this ends the season of management. So let me say it was a pleasure to be part of the show, and I guess I'm always watching your show. I think it's going to be science or something topic coming next. So keep watching, please, and I hope you learned a lot about management.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.